Heyo everybody, Haku here with 31 Jump Week Part 1. Super excited to get into this as always, and I keep saying that at the beginning of every video, geez. But for Part 1, we're going to have "'Tis Time for Torture Princess" Chapter 112, Red Hood Chapter 10, Witch Watch Chapter 29, Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 59, and Sakamoto Days Chapter 38. And for Part 2, we're going to be doing Don't Blush Segime's Chapter 27, Neru Chapter 9, Candy Flurry Chapter 19, which is the finale, and Blue Box Chapter 20. Said those kind of out of order, probably going to do Blue Box before I do Candy Flurry, just because it's the finale. Let's end off on the finale for that series. So, yeah, that's Part 2, though. Either way, for Part 1, super excited to get into it, because I literally just recorded 30. So, yeah, jumping straight into these. And 30 was like one of the best jump weeks I think I've ever done. So, yeah, let's start off with TorPrin. Starting us off with Chapter 112 of "'Tis Time for Torture Princess." And I'm not going to lie to you all, when I was setting up to record and everything here, I opened up the chapter, and I even saw her at the end of last chapter in the thumbnail for this one or whatever, where I was like, oh yeah, it's the vampire-looking girl. She's going to be in this one. We haven't seen her in forever. I ship her with Princess. I really enjoy her character like I do all the others. But I was like, I'm not going to lie, I don't remember her name whatsoever until when I was setting up to record it finally came back to me. It's Vanilla. For some reason I was like, I think it starts with a C or a CH, but then no, I remembered it's Vanilla, so I was way off when I was trying to remember it earlier. So yeah, either way, let's go ahead and jump into reading. It's time for Torture Princess. Can she bait the princess with this leisure activity? Torture 112. Today's torture will be fishing. Did you say fishing? I'm done for, X. Lately I've been thinking about how long it's been since I've gone fishing. I want to go fishing. Getting this intel from who knows where. You're a force to be reckoned with, Vanilla-chan. When you were talking about how long it had been since you last went fishing, Vanilla was sitting right beside you. Poor Vanilla. Now then, Princess, I'll show you how fishing here is done. If you want to join me, feel free to submit to the torture at any time. He, from the look on Princess's face, breaking her is simply a matter of time. It's my first time fishing, and I'm not really sure how it works, but I'm the daughter of the noble House Pashutz, and a ranking harm marshal of the Hell Horde. There's no reason I can't figure this out. Today's torture is as good as finished. And we just have a cute fishing panel. Adorable. It's so cute. And Princess just watching on. Nothing's biting. Vanilla-chan! Indeed, nothing's coming her way. Since it is a fish pond, I expected you to catch more fish. Vanilla-chan, lift up your fishing rod for a moment. Oh, your bait's gone. Vanilla-chan, I think you attached your paste bait too loosely, and it came off the hook the moment you put it in the water. And then we have Princess teaching her. They're so cute. Here, try now. And again, I feel like I shipped them really hard in the beginning because they looked kind of the same, but now Vanilla looks way smaller. I feel like other people brought that up too. I feel like this isn't just a me thing. I remember seeing stuff about it in the comments. Like, I remember her, when she first showed up, I think she looked roughly the same size and age as Princess, but then, like, in future appearances, it's like she looks smaller. I wonder if there will be, like, some sort of explanation for that, if it's just supposed to be a running joke that the mangaka is going to explain, or if they just decided to go in a different direction with the character design. Because I swear, I'm going to have to go back and reread, but I swear she was larger than that before. Because she's only up to Princess's shoulders here, and I totally don't remember her being that small. Here, try now. Thank you. Whoa, I got a bite. Wow, it's pulling me in. It's okay, Vanilla-chan. Just relax. Princess, lift the fishing rod and pull in the fish. No need to panic. Okay, here we go. They pull up the fish. So cute. You sure caught a big one, Vanilla-chan. Eh. Still, this one is basically yours. You did most of the work for me, Princess. I want to try to catch the next one all on my own. Show me how. You got it. They're so cute. I love them. Screw it, the ship is still sailing. We caught so many. And here on the riverside, we can cook them up right away. It's wonderful. This one looks done now. Wow, you're really good at grilling fish, too. Heh, I'm the princess and the commander of the 3rd Legion of the Imperial Army. It'll never not be funny. I have every confidence in my survival skills. Besides, you helped me out, Vanilla-chan. You put them all on skewers. Heh. So cute. Yummy. Oh, good. A smile so cute you can't help but fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Adorable. And I saw this before when I was going to click on this chapter, but the thumbnail for the next one looks like it has Sakura in some sort of clown or jester outfit. I'm so excited. I love how just the thumbnail at the end of each chapter for the next one makes me so excited to get to the next chapter. But yeah, either way, TorPrin was great as it always is, so let's read the Hunters Guild Red Hood, which has just been on fire lately. Okay, Hunters Guild Red Hood time. Chapter 10. I am extremely excited. Or is it? Yeah, it's chapter 10 this time around. I'm so excited. Like, I think the idea of this whole test arc is so good. The setup for it has been great so far. And I like seeing these new characters be introduced and developed. I don't really know how much they're going to survive. Sadly, of course, not all 30 are going to pass, and I don't even know if all of the named characters we're getting introduced to are going to pass. But I hope at least Velo and some friends can pass and become kind of our main character group. You know what I've been saying from the beginning. I'm worried about Tilty and Milty because they ran off on their own, and I really don't want anything bad to happen to them. I don't want them to fail again, which is weird. We're only 10 chapters into the series, and I'm like, I care about these characters we just met. I don't want them to fail again. So I'm worried about them, but it could be a situation where Velo's group that's trying to fight back gets captured, and Tilty and Milty have to come save them once they've been captured. So that could be the way that this goes. But yeah, I'm excited. I love the series so far. So let's see what we get with Chapter 10. We had a game where I grew up. One person dressed up as a werewolf and put on a tail, and all the kids would try to steal it. The game we'll play isn't cops and robbers, it's steal the tail. We can't let ourselves be the prey. We're going to be the hunters of the cops' handcuffs. Debonair has 4, Grim has 5. Going after the cuffs, good plan. But now what, huh? Do you really think you can steal the cuffs from me? Oh my god, she's so gorgeous. I do like this rope circus girl, I think. I think this is a girl. Might be a guy. I think it's a girl, though. But I like circus girl. There's no way the two of them are carrying around enough cuffs for 30 people. I figure they'll have 4 or 5 on them tops, and it's not the cops, but the staff who escort us to jail. That tells me they'll probably get new cuffs to replace the ones they used. This is only a guess, but I think it'll be an exchange. The cops hand over the robbers and the staff hand them new cuffs. That does sound like an efficient way to do it. Even if we assume they can only carry so many handcuffs, there's a limit to how many those two can arrest at once. We can exploit that. Okay, first, we try to pin down how the cops restock their handcuffs. If we do, Plan A, cut off their supply route, and if we don't, Plan B, get more allies to try and swarm the cops. The cops will then lose their ability to arrest us, and all the robbers pass. Though it's likely they planned for Plan B, get more allies and try to swarm them. Okay, in summary, that's how the plan will look. Is that really going to work, says Bonkers? True, if the cops can't arrest anyone, we all pass, but the biggest problem is time. The test is 2 entire hours. Yeah, blocking their supply route for that long is going to be rough. About that, though. And now we have Debonair going in for an attack, and Circus Girl dodging. I really like the art in this. I think the character designs are great looking, and it has this sketchiness to it that is like reminiscent to me. It's like sketchy, but it's not bad. It reminds me a lot of Beastars had artwork like that. The Promised Neverland had artwork like that, where instead of just really clean, solid lines, it's a lot more loose and sketch-like, and I really, really like that style. Like, for some series it doesn't really work that well. I would say the art is kind of similar in Blue Box, and the art isn't bad for sure in Blue Box, but for there, I don't know if it feels as much like a good stylistic choice for the, like, stuff that's going on. But for this, I think it looks great. Ooh, nice moves. My belt buckle is rusting. No, it's being eroded by something. Oh, now. And then she steals the handcuffs. Uh-oh, got him. No way, Indifferent's so excited. It's so cute. They're after the cuffs, huh? Thinks Grim. This is interesting. Now we have Grim fighting with what looks like she's grabbing onto the ropes, maybe? Interesting. Nulo. Alright. She tosses them. Got it. Interesting. And I think they get pulled into each other. Velo. We see Grim taking them out. There's 3. Sanctuary Priestess, Defense Arts. Tower of Divine Favor. And again, it's so cool. We still don't know how the, like, powers work in this fully. Oh, a barrier, huh? That reeks of magic. Your power's a hex, isn't it? No, it is God's blessing. Let's pull back, says Medio. They penned us up and ran, ditching their allies. Ah well, whatever the case. Into the brig you go. And we have arrested, 15 minutes into the test, Velo, Porschen, and Bonkers. Replacements, ma'am. Thanks. Okay, so they're learning that they get 3 to replace the 3 that were captured. So I guess plan A was successful. They learned how their supply chain works. Can't you break this barrier? Nah, she upped its durability at the expense of how long it lasts. Not that I intend to wait around for it to dissipate. And then she melts a pathway into the floor. Careful, the edges are hot. She melted a door into the floor, thinks Bonkers. Boy, that sure was amazing. But are you sure you're going to be okay? I mean, your friends abandoned you and ran off. And we have Laurel, guard and handcuff supplier. Yep, we're fine. Okay, this is sketching me out. I don't know if this is going to be a recurring character, or if there's some sketchiness like a spy or something going on, because why would we be learning, like, the guard's name and everything? It's questionable to me. Yes, we're fine. Everything's going according to plan, says Velo. So cute. I think getting arrested's probably not a big deal. Yeah, because you can just get busted back out. What? Aren't we supposed to become the hunters or some junk? Ah, I see. Good point. How? The 2-hour time limit makes it seem like a long test, but whether we pass or fail is only determined the instant time is up. So long as we're not in jail at the final moment, we win. Then we can just wait until near the end to steal back the cuffs and block the supply chain. We aren't certain yet that they do resupply. It's possible they have some other means of getting more, or they could already have all the ones they require. Right, the most effective way to figure that out is by getting arrested once and watching what happens. If you don't agree, you can say no. There's a reason that I want to try it this way, though. I want to help as many people pass as possible. This could be a simplistic way of looking at it, but to kill off all werewolves, we need all the hunters we can get. So, I really hope you'll help me. I don't care about your dream or whatever, but I do agree with the plan. It makes sense, says Porsche something. I forget their full name. Yes, instead of randomly running around hoping we don't get caught, I think we have a better chance of passing if we take control and make ourselves the hunters, right? If we keep taking their handcuffs and escaping, that makes it less likely anyone else can be arrested. The cops are left with more targets, meaning the risk to each individual robber goes down. Long story short, I agree too. Bonkers, you don't seem too enthusiastic. No, I'll do it. I say we split into squads. There are 6 of us, so do we want 3 pairs or 2 trios? 2 trios, I think. We all buy as much time as we can here first. One squad will likely be arrested, which is fine. The other squad will promptly run. That seems good. The arrested squad can conserve energy in jail and think of a more concrete plan, while holding on to the cuffs. Alright. Meanwhile, the rescue squad can scout allies from the others, and when the time is right, swoop in to save the jailed squad. From there, we shift to hit-and-run tactics, going for the cuffs. If anyone gets arrested, the others scatter, then come back to rescue them later. Ah, really, a neat plan, but will it actually work? I doubt everyone's all for the idea of selfless cooperation. Sorry, I think I mispronounced that. I refuse, says Tilty. Coal storage. But aren't you Velo's friend? Hell no, we aren't friends. Interesting. This is your plan to counter Debonair. She certainly can't use her power here. If it starts a fire, it would be disaster. That aside, you never did tell me. What happened during the test you took? How did you fail? And we have Milty hiding behind as well. It was betrayal. Oh my. To be fair, it wasn't as if the 2 of us were pure victims. We were all deceiving each other, but it got so bad, and we all got so suspicious we wound up dragging each other down. Pathetic, right? Don't make teams, it's too big a risk. Hunters are going to be good liars. Tell me, what proof do you have that Velo won't betray you in the end? Hell, what about you? Or you? I can't say for sure what any of you are really plotting. There's no more fragile bond out there than one that's built on trust. This is interesting. A person who had their trust broken, like, not going for a plan like this, even though it's a good plan. And also, even though that when you get to being a hunter, you're probably going to want teamwork. We only lived together for a short time, Tilty, but while we did, I built a little trust in you, says Medio. You were always quick to remove what scared me after all. Still, you have a point. Trusting others is difficult. Truly it is. Let's find someone else. Oh? This is an interesting power. What's this, mold? Oh. Aha. That's a message from Velo, correct? It's green. Then they do get replacements from the staff, like we thought. Interesting, then. So was Velo creating that? It's time to go. It's go time, Medio. Plan A. So cool. Again, I love setting up the class taking this test. It's really, really, really good. This reminds me of all these like the Floor of Test Tower of God arc, or the Hunter exams. Just a good exam arc is really, really, really fun. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving this from the chapter to chapter. It was another great chapter. I hope all of the characters I care about pass. Like, I hope Tilty and Milty pass. These 6 that are working together would be pretty cool if they passed. I mean, I like this girl who wears the shroud and everything. I like the new, what is it, the rope user girl, Porsche something. And I also like gosh, what was his name? I forget it. But, geez, I'm forgetting. Xiao? I like those 3. We just got introduced to them, so if they don't pass, I'm not going to be super duper heartbroken. But I do like them and want them to pass. But mainly it's just, I guess, the main 5 that we developed before this test. I would like to see those ones pass most of all. But yeah, either way, got a little off the rails there, trying to think of everything. But let's go ahead and start reading Witch Watch. And now we're on to Witch Watch chapter 29. I wonder if we will see this fight continue any, or if Kay goes actually down. Either way, I'm excited. We had a really good finale last time. The fight was really good. Like I've said, this arc has gone full kind of battle shonen, and it's been very good. Like, again, I like the stuff before, the build-up of characters, the comedy, the slice of life, and I hope we keep that. But I also hope we keep arcs like this, where There's some danger, there's some fighting. All of that's really, really fun. And again, I'm still on my Keigo becomes Nemu's familiar theory train. I'm still sticking with that. But either way, let's go ahead and start reading. We have a color front page to start with here. Dogs and Raindrops, Part 8. Cute. And I feel like Nico's hair looks a little less pink there, which I always bring up when we get a colored page, because her hair is always like really pink usually, and I'm like, I forget every time. I assume when reading, since it's not in color, I'm always like, oh yeah, Nico is blonde, and then we get a color page and her hair is really pink, and I'm like, oh gosh, I totally forgot. How was her hair pink? But no, it's blondish. Just like it's blondish in like the image that I use in the corner and everything. But sometimes I feel like with the color pages it's like super, super pink. But either way, this is cute. We get Keigo in the color page though. So I'm assuming he is sticking around then. Enchanter, this battle is over. Release Keigo from his familiar's pact. Don't be ridiculous, I'm no fool. As soon as he's freed, you'll kill me. The werewolf is my hostage. Miss Enchanter, we aren't going to hurt you. Not when we're all magic users too. I'm still not sure I get all this white and black magic stuff, but I'll talk with Mom and see if there's a way you could retire to the Witch's Holy Land. Then you could make friends with a bunch of other witches. Wouldn't it be really neat to chat with other witches? You could talk about all the spells you messed up, all the ones that blew up in your face, all the ones that failed. How come it's all about flubs? Witches have their own unique concerns. By sharing them, you can come to understand each other. I'm not lying. I really do have magic powers. Please, somebody look at me. Somebody notice. And we're getting more into her backstory again. Please, won't you tell us? What's going on with this big plan to capture me? Why are you doing this? Impudent girl. I'm kind of afraid after getting like this glimpse of redemption and emotion that we're going to get a Rekka situation, is what I always call it now, where like the smaller, lower down bad guy gets defeated, and then the like big bads kill them so they can't spill any info on the big bads. Like, I always feel like that's going to happen whenever we get a moment like this now, because I've seen it happen so many times at this point, actually. The plan is led by, and then she starts screaming, yep, is this going to be it? What's wrong? What's happening? She's growing, more like returning to her original size. Jeez, this is gruesome. Again, like, over the past 8 chapters of this arc, this series has shifted so much. I would not expect something this brutal looking from like the first 20 chapters compared to this. And it looks like a bunch of words, like, sort of overlapping above each other. Interesting. Wow. Her magic power was taken away. Was some sort of trap spell triggered when she learned to when she tried to leak information about the plan? The enchanter's dead. That means her familiar is still alive. So it did happen. She got wrecked. Okay. Well. Still alive. Keigo. The sigil of the pact is gone. It probably disappeared in the moments between her magic vanishing and her life ending. Are you okay? The beating you took's gotta be rough on your normal body. I've recovered a bit. I can heal you a little. No, don't bother. I betrayed you guys. I don't deserve your help or your forgiveness. Witch Watch was always good, but to me, like, in the Slice of Life era, it was always like 7 out of 10 good. But this arc has just bumped it up to like 9 out of 10 at least. Like, this arc has been so good. It's incredible. Like, I can't even describe how much it has changed my impression of the series. Like, just these 8 chapters, I love these characters so much more now. I love the story so much more now. It's crazy how much better it's gotten. And it was already good, like I said. We aren't going to forgive you, at least not until you tell us everything. This pocket space will close soon. Let's talk outside. So, yeah, let's say we get to talking, and they're all in the bath, in a public bath. Couldn't we just, find some park bench somewhere and talk there? Nope, not good enough. It's a man's code that after we're done speaking with our fists, we bear all and wash each other's back in manly brotherhood. No, it is not. What cheesy period drama do you think this is? This is mortifying. I've never been big on this whole manly macho man crap. You aren't into it either, right, Morihito? To think this little corner of heaven was so close to home. Or you're enjoying... I was going to say Morihito's probably enjoying it for the opposite reason. Because he has, like, sensitive tastes, you know? Or you're enjoying this more than any of us. You're going to be addicted to saunas when you're an old fogey. I can see it already. I guess I'm not against washing away the grudges along with the grime. Really? You aren't mad at me? I deliberately tricked you. You bet we're mad. Darn straight we are. You are, huh? And you're going to talk to us. What you really wanted was to heal the damage done in that car wreck, right? Yeah, it was. How did this happen? For some reason, I'm once again wearing a dress of foam. We have Nico and Nemu. Scrubba-dubba-doo. Adorable. Oh gosh, I can hardly believe I went from that vicious battle to the death to sharing a bath with such a pretty witch. How does that even happen? I really don't know. And we have almost kind of creepy Nico, but haven't we seen this kind of with Nico before? You know, maybe By Queen Nico is a thing. It's always been a dream of mine to share a bath with friends while we watch each other's backs, but both Moe and Khan are boys, so Morihito's already washed my back, but that's a secret I'm taking to the grave. Wait, the enchanter didn't have any panacea. Nope, a vial of panacea is brewed from a witch's umbilical cord when they're born. If that custom was followed at your birth, you should have one too. Oh yeah, the enchanter wasn't born as a witch. She found her power out later, so she wouldn't have one. Then she lied to Keigo from the start. Yes, cruelly enough. Hey, I just had a thought. Maybe I'll give Keigo my vial, says Nico. What? Yes, that panacea winds up being little more than a lucky charm in most cases, but you might need it sometime in the future. You saw the sigil. Even with the enchanter gone, it hasn't disappeared. That means the prophecy of disaster is still in effect. Yeah, but I'm sure I'll be alright. Interesting. I wonder if all the loops on this sigil maybe represent the members. How many are there? There's 12. Maybe there are 12, enemies to deal with? Who knows? Yeah, but I'm sure I'll be alright. I have some powerful, amazing friends. That is not an argument I can deny. And now we have 102 Magami. Come on in. Mom, I brought some friends over. Thank you for having us. Come in, welcome. It's so nice to see Keigo having friends over for once. So that's what it was. Oh, that's why he wanted the panacea. Not for him, but for his mom. This series is so good. It's like the, gosh, what was her name? Best Girl, Kara. It's like the Kara chapter all over again. Witch Watch is so good. Jeez. Did you already know about this, Nico? I had an idea. Keigo didn't seem like the kind of person to make a binding pact for his own gain. If he wants to use magic for the sake of others, then I want to help him. Mom, these are my friends. She's a witch, and those two are an ogre and a tengu. What kind of introduction is that? Don't worry, none of that surprises me anymore. I mean, apparently my son's a werewolf. I guess having a monster in the family makes things much easier to accept, huh? My injuries healed up long ago with no lasting effects. I gave up competitive skating because it didn't seem fair that some of my nighttime abilities might leak over and help me. I was already thinking of quitting. The accident gave me a good excuse. What I wanted more than anything was to help Mom. If she didn't have to drive me to the rink that day, none of this would have happened. I keep telling you not to think of it that way. I'll be fine. Stop worrying about me so much. And I should probably say, for those of you just listening on, that Keigo's mother is bound to a wheelchair. Because I know that I've had some people in my comments before, like, thank me for making videos like that because they can't, like, they have vision issues or, like, partial blindness, and having videos like this helps with reading things. So I try to, at least when I can, remember to bring up what's going on visually and not just read the dialogue as I'm going through. So, thought I should bring that up just in case anybody was having trouble following along. I'll be fine. Stop worrying about me so much. Keigo here. And then we have the panacea. Mom, this is magic medicine. My friends gave it to me. And he uses it. And she stands up. Jeez. Trying hard not to cry. But it's emotional, it's beautiful, it's amazing. But it's not making me want to cry that much. Not like the Kara story did. Nico, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I betrayed you. If anything, I'm not that feelsy because this is like the truest of true happy endings. Like, Keigo's mom can stand. Keigo's not actually a bad guy. Basically, like, this is good all around. I'm just glad everything worked out. I'm just really glad. And she walks over to Moi. Those panels are so good. That evening, Keigo's mom made a yummy dinner for all of us, and we had a great time hanging out. Even Moi was smiling the whole time. I don't know how we're going to repay you for your kindness. No, it's fine. Just this yummy gratin is plenty. Keigo did it on his own, so he should pay us back on his own. How? Maybe you can buy us stuff out of the vending machine every lunch. I'm not a lackey. Come on, it's the perfect job for a dog. I'm a wolf. Feel free to use him as much as you want. And so, you're moving in? Yeah, with her legs healed, Mom decided to go for an overseas job that she'd given up on before. She said she'd feel better if I stayed with someone rather than being on my own, so she went and asked Morihito. I told her that if he'd help guard Nico, I had no reason to refuse. I want to do something to pay you back. If you're okay with it, then I am too. I think, we'd be super happy to have you. And then, mind if I use thumbtacks on the walls? If I find cool postcards and flyers and stuff, I just can't help but buy them. And what's your internet like? I prefer wired over Wi-Fi if you can manage it. Well, ain't you the fussy one? Oh, and I have my own sound system. If my subwoofers get too loud, I'm sorry. How about you just turn them down? Keigo Magami joins the Otagi household. Well, dang. You know, I'm kind of happy about this, but I kind of really wanted him to end up with Nemu. It seemed like the perfect setup. What's even happening here now? Witches and ogres and werewolves. What are we, a haunted house? Like you can talk. Cute. I really like Keigo, though. I love this addition to the cast. I wonder what's going to happen with Nemu then, because Nemu now seems really, like, since she wasn't there for that end bit, she seems really disconnected to all of this now. So yeah, I wonder what'll happen with her character from here on. But what an incredible arc. I'm assuming that's the end of that arc. It completely changed the series. Like I said, it took it from like a 7 out of 10 to like a 9 out of 10. Incredible. So good. Yeah, I'm going to move on. There's not much more that I can say other than, like, even the emotion and stuff there at the end, it's brilliant. I never saw the kind of action and really good fighting of last chapter coming from the early parts of the series. And then the dark stuff this chapter, with what happened with the one witch getting wrecked. Yeah, it's incredible. It's so good. I have now come fully from being like, oh, I really like this new series, to, I like this series, but it's just a nice thing to read week to week, to like, no, Witch Watch is actually really amazing. Like, I've made this full journey. And I guess, for now, that's it for this chapter, so I'm going to move on to Ayakashi Triangle. Now on to Chapter 59 of Ayakashi Triangle. Last time we had the setup for Matoi, Mommy, coming in to fight the evil Suzu having been possessed by the evil Mei. So I'm excited, of course, as always, to see what happens now. Like I mentioned before, we've kind of, in the few chapters since I've started reading for Jump Week, stepped aside from the slice of life, ecchi comedy stuff a bit to focus some more on the more serious elements of the story and the fighting and everything. And we've done that quite a few times so far. like when I was marathoning catching up, there's a few times that the series has been like, okay, time to take things serious and move along the story a little bit. Not too extremely serious. There's still the ecchi, there's still the comedy, but a little serious just to move the story forward. So it'll be cool to see where this goes. Let's start reading. We're starting off with, I wonder if this is just what's happening with Suzu's spirit while Mei is in charge of the body. Oh, this Mont Blanc is so good. I'm in heaven. Chapter 59, Ayakashi Medium versus Matoi Kazamaki. Wake up, Suzu. This is a dream. A grudge from a previous life took over this body. I'm a part of you, so I can't do anything unless you wake up. It's no use. This is a dream prison created to seal Suzu away. My voice won't reach her. But if mine doesn't, whose voice will? So I wonder if that's the spirit of the real Mei, then. Well, I guess that's obvious. And now we have Matoi fighting the giant. Oof! Again, we've seen that angle for Suzu a lot, but still, oof. Matoi fighting the giant Suzu. You're quite fast for being so gigantic. I wonder if you two feel the same pain. It'll probably hurt if you break it, but I don't think you can. I've made it super hard. What was that sound? We have just random people. An earthquake? I guess the Ayakashi medium gear stealth feature is also working on the giant Omokage. Either way, if this continues, it's going to cause problems for the residents around here. Won't it? Cute. Of course, though, I like her teacher outfit more than any of the other outfits, but still. Then, a tornado. Mom, wait a minute. Suzu's just being manipulated. Please don't fight her. And then, slap. That's a great expression. That's so good. Has your brain stopped working? Matsuri, you're suggesting I let Ayakashi, who says she wants to put an end to the human world, go free. But don't be so naive. If you call yourself an exorcist ninja, think of what you can do to help. Wow, that lady's strong. And she just blew her away. I'll have to get a bit more serious. Omokage giant Daidarabochi. Oh? And she wraps her scarf around its fingertip. It seems you two want me to play dolls with you, but I just don't have the inclination to do that. Kazamaki style exorcist ninja art. Lunar ring slayer. Luminous life wall. And they clash. I see. So this is what you were planning. A numbing agent developed for medical ninja arts. You won't be able to move for a few hours. A physical body can be inconvenient, even for the Ayakashi medium. Perhaps you should get out of there now, Shadow Mei. Shadow Mei. Nice. A perfect name for an Ayakashi. Oh? This one's an Omokage too, so the giant one was camouflaging this one. Life sphere. Shoot, and she attacks. Oh, and of course it's causing her arm to age then, probably? But she uses her own power. You use your wind jutsu to repress the power of the life sphere. A normal person would have been mummified in an instant. I wonder, so was it mummifying, or was it doing like it did with the plants and just, like, making her age and grow until it destroyed her? But now you have to focus on that. So, you can't fight anymore. What was I thinking, trying to save this girl just because she's dear to my son? That'll teach me for trying to act so motherly. And then Matsuri comes in. Matsuri. Suzu. And she reacts. Think of what I can do. The power of Yuri. And we get cliffhung. That was good though. The fighting was really, really, really good. Which again is something I like when these non-fighting series, for the most part, there's always been a bit of fighting in Ayakashi Triangle, can pull out some good action. Plus, we got the. I feel like if there's no fan service, no ecchi, we got just a teeny bit, but I feel like if there's none whatsoever, it's like, what am I reading for? Because I feel like a lot of people read for that. So that's a big part of things. It was good. Everything was good. It delivered on what it promised and had some good action to carry on the story. But yeah, Either way, we'll have to wait and see what happens next time. But for now, let's read Sakamoto Days, Chapter 38. Finishing off Part 1 with Chapter 38 of Sakamoto Days. And I'm excited because we've just now met our 4 new sort of villains going on right now. And it looks like clicking onto the chapter that sadly Wu-Tang might be leaving for now, but I don't know how long that'll be. Like, I feel like he's probably sticking around as part of the cast, even if it's just like a Heisuke sort of side showing up here and there kind of thing. Mr. Sakamoto, I leave the mistress in your care. I will continue to investigate Slur, aka X. Please exercise extreme caution with these escaped death row prisoners. They're deranged killers, a totally different breed from the Triad and Assassins. I'm surprised Wu-Tang left just like that. Well, anyway, the next step is to gather information on those death row inmates. Oh, and they're back at the rental videos place. Chapter 38, No Breaks. Oh, welcome. Hello there, Mr. Sakamoto. What sort of information can I provide for you today? I want to know about the death row inmates who broke out the other day. That'll be in the Psycho Horror section. Wow, there sure are a lot. This one too. They're almost all rated R. Well, we'd better just watch as many of these as we can. Can I close my eyes if it's scary? Charge it, please. Thank you. At a certain assassin agency. Please, don't do this. Why target me? Who are you? Well, well, you're terrified. And then he hugs him. Yeah, this is the guy, right? I think. Aren't you adorable? I love you. What the hell? And they make spikes come out of his body. Oh? Or is this the woman? I don't remember. Wait, were you always this ugly? A moment ago I thought you were cute. As usual, people are always cutest at the terrifying moment right before they die. But when I see their expressions, I get so excited that I can't help killing them. I'm just too impulsive. Death row inmate dump. Current tally, 3 targets on list killed. Okay. Alright, now I'm ready. So we're learning more about all these guys. For tomorrow's assassination assignment. Who are you? And then a wire cuts through the gun. And then through his body. What? Excuse me, I need to disassemble you. Phew, that's better. Now I can make sense of you. After all, it's what's inside a person that matters. I like how organized your place is. Wait, the manga. There's one missing. Oh, why is volume 7 missing? I hate that. I want to fix that. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Just going crazy. This one. That'll be 484 yen. I'm back. And he bought it just to put in there to fix. That's better. Maybe I'm kind of a perfectionist. Death row inmate apart. Current tally. One target on list killed. I did 3 D rank agents. I finished 1 B rank. That was quick. I know it's been a while, but you're all getting too fired up. Just remember that impatience is unattractive. What you doing? Work? Nothing. You can sleep. Death row inmate saw. Current tally 0 targets on list killed. Besides, it's a waste. Knowing a person's personality, past, anecdotes, and conflicts is what makes it so exciting to witness their last moments. Now let's see. Whose last moments do I want to most savor? And then we have Death row inmate minimalist. Current tally 15 targets on list killed. Damn it, I need more. I need way more to feel satisfied. Give me the S rank targets. Did you hear? Apparently there are some sketchy characters out there wreaking havoc. Okay, so we're getting back to the organization then. For real? Gosh, I sure am scared of bad guys. You're not very convincing. And I love just the old man mumbling in the back. Oh, Saragi, weren't we supposed to turn left? I missed it. She's so cute, best girl. I'll just back up a bit. All clear. Hey, we're on the freeway. By the way, you look cool the way you drive. And then old man just falling over, hitting his head. Hey, Osaragi, drive more carefully. We got an elderly passenger. Sorry. Shishiba said... Okay, Shishiba, that's his name. I think I was saying Shishido before. Shishiba said to go ahead. Both hands on the wheel, Osaragi. Anyway, who cares if they're death row inmates? We have Hyo, order member. Anyone who causes trouble on our turf is dead meat. Oh, that line. Some punk who died at the beginning of the movie I saw yesterday said that. Nagamo, Order member. Did you see it too, Hyo? Huh? Cut it out, Nagamo. Don't provoke him. And we have Shishiba and Osaragi, of course. Huh? What did I do? Osaragi, use your turn signals. I was just about to. They might be deranged killers, but they're still amateurs, right? What could Slur be thinking? Seriously, I don't get it. Well, they're completely lacking in morals, ethics, or a conscience, so there's nothing putting the brakes on their killing. That could make them surprisingly challenging. You have no brakes as a killer either. Sure I do. And then we have this fly buzzing around. Hey, uh-oh, Osaragi, get down. Oh? Oh. And then the old man, in order to kill the fly, cuts the entire vehicle in half. What a cool 2-page spread. Sakamoto Days is so damn good. We have one in our midst, a killer with no brakes. It's the opposite, his gas pedals to the metal. Good old Takamura. We have Takamura, Order member. Well, anyway, if there are 4 enemies, then that's less than 1 target each. Mr. Shishiba, let's go eat pork cutlets for good luck. There you go again with your superstitions. Oh, he's asleep. It's just gore. Really cute. Okay. So, great chapter. As always, I'm so excited to see the Order members versus these killers. We've had a lot of build-up for that. It looks like that Saw is going to be the one facing off against Sakamoto, probably. Yeah, excited to see how this all turns out. Hyped for these characters, and I guess that's it for this week. So thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, of my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more of all this Jump stuff, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If there are any other Jump series you want me to add to Jump Week, just let me know. But yeah, if you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you one. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord, I just said that. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. And I'm about to go react to part 2, read part 2, so let's go do that now. See you all next time.